Um, I hope you guys are doing well. And of course, I just finished brushing my teeth. I just woke up. Yeah, late, honey. Yesterday, I was so productive yesterday. I was supposed to be getting on doing a live with you all, and it was just a lot going on. But a good, a good a lot. Anyway, so of course, you guys, I want you guys to be checking the blog spot. Of course, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I would speak about people being on a budget. I would speak about people having some type of little, um, putting away some things for, some things because just you never know. I also believe that I do not like to announce things because sometimes people like to already plot agendas. As you guys know me, some of you know me for years, have known me for years. Some of you, you barely have become acquainted with me. But people used to like wait for me to drop information on certain things and then they would like create. Like, girl, this before they were even using AI, honey. They had like a Patreon and shit. Like already creating information that goes against or with the information I'm about to put out because I've already told y'all, hey y'all, in 2 weeks we're gonna do this, in a week we're gonna do that. So I stopped doing that. I just do things spontaneously. And I do that even in my personal life. But either way, something that I've always been curious about, and I posted this on my community this morning and even last night, right? I've always been curious, why is it important from a lower level? Well, before I get into that, Friday, y'all check the blog spot by tonight. Friday, we will be doing the equinox. Is going to actually be Thursday night until Tuesday, and you could jump on whenever you want to jump on, whenever you can jump on. But of course, if you're not on there, if you're not involved in the beginning, you're not going to get as much information unless, of course, Anyway, so yes, look tonight for the information for what we're doing for the equinox. I always use the equinox to exalt the goddess energy. And if you're not understanding what is going on in today's world and what has been going on, see, a lot of people are going to like this type of conversation, but I want to talk about it. I'm true to my energy work. Okay. I don't see here, I don't play. This is why y'all don't see shit. People in the back of the day used to be like, why this bitch don't show no altars? I don't have to, bitch. You're not a work partner with me. We're not working partners. I'm a teacher, I'm a guide, and I assist. But we're not working together. People who have gotten work done with me, they've seen altars, they've seen working spaces. But the general public, we're not coworkers, babe. We're not working together. So you don't need to see what the fuck I'm doing over here when you're over there. And that's why a lot of y'all be so messed up. Y'all be doing work for 20 years and still ain't got shit. Y'all been doing work on the same man, the same house, the same car, the same health, and it's all falling apart. Since 2016, we did our first event. I came out 2016 September to start offering work to the general public. Before that, I was doing spiritual work for some of your content creators. I was doing work for some of your content creators, some of your conscious identified people. Hello? And people in my personal life. But 2016 September, I decided to come out publicly and offer help or assistance to the general public. Now, because a lot of people are ego bonded, a lot of people are trauma bonded, and a lot of people are however, whatever they are, we got the DMs to prove for reviews, but of course, people don't come in. A lot of people, some people do, but most people have not come in. They've not said, hey, hey, I've got my work done with, Mystic Persia, and she's helped me get my man, blah, 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 blah. But like I said, we got those emails, which I will be, redacting and putting some of those emails out to show, bitch, that we're that 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. That a bitch been that girl. And like I said, assisting people very humbly from regular moms and pops to some of your Congress people, councilmen, city mayors. Let's get into it. Hello? And I like to do my work behind the scene. I don't really like to come out. I don't have to be in the spotlight. I don't have to say, hey, hello. I'm working with. You're not gonna see me at a Erykah Badu concert. You know, so people can give the illusion that I work with her. Like, I'm a private spiritual worker, and how you know I do my work is just the way I live, bitch. Nobody ever have to say I brought anything from them. I don't ask somebody for the motherfucking money. Hello. I do what I want, do what I want to, how I want to, when I want to. Can we talk about it? I'm so thankful and grateful for that. Okay. Because some of you people in here made that possible. So what I'm saying is that there's a lot going on. There's a lot that has been going on, that people have been suppressing the divine feminine energy for quite some time. And what I'm going to put out here on Friday for free, because we're going to do something that is free information and something that you will have to give some offerings to get, because of course I don't feel like general public can handle certain information, but this information will bless you and move you and elevate you to another dimension. Hello. No tricks, no turns, no scams. And that's what I'm kind of going to talk about right now, very quickly, very lightly, because I don't want to hold you, because I don't want to hold myself up. But there's just been a lot of bullshit that has been out here for some years. And when this current era came in, this current term started coming in last year, to be exact, in January. I think he was, put in 2024, November. Either way, I knew that there was going to be some type of evening, leveling out the playing field. And I think the pandemic kind of brought that too. But I knew this was going to be the perfect time, because what people don't understand is that when there is chaotic energy, that is the most powerful time to create. That is the most powerful time to sow seeds. That is the most powerful time too. And we're going to talk about the illusion, the NPCs, and the non-valuable, non-motherfucking factors, in the word of Evelyn Lozado, a fellow Boricua. Wepa! But when this energy came in, I said, I'm going to step back, because I know that something is being created, something is being revealed. And of course, when he came in, y'all, his main focus was what is going on now. Because over there, what they got over there, see, people are talking about some shit about being underground. And I'm like, I don't feel like, I honestly don't feel like people who are allegedly tapped in, that come out and they got to talk about, they got to always get validation, and they got to be validated externally, because my only true validation is in the spirit. My true validation is in the spirit, because of course I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, and I come from source, and I'm going to go back. So I'm not here to please other people like me. I'm here to do what it is that I'm set out to do, and I'm leaving. Okay. And so I don't have to keep seeking external validation. And because you don't want to validate me, I don't have to call you out your name. I don't have to cuss you out. I don't have to say, mods, block them, because my validation is not from you. It never was for you. It was never about me neither. Can we talk about it in that sense? And so when things started happening and things start breaking down and things start being revealed, I listen. I shut the fuck up. I don't sit there and say, oh my God, y'all, this word is about to be fucked up, y'all. Oh my God, I don't get into panic mode, because I understand that the Holy Spirit, and that's non-denominational, by the way, the Holy Spirit is non-denominational. It's not Christian, it's not Jewish, it's not Muslim, it's not any of that. It's non-denominational. Non-denominational. The Holy Spirit says, baby, that all things work out for the greater good. And so I'm not worried about a man in his arrogance to think that he's bigger, better, and smarter than the creator. And also, I'm not worried about him thinking that he's outside the plans of the creator. Whether you're an NPC or you're somebody who has a soul, you are not above and beyond the divine order and system that's been put in place before you got here. Because without that system, you wouldn't be here. So no man, no woman, no Satanist, no Luciferianist, no Ismailite, no Jew, no Christian is going to outbeat that system. So I understand that all things happen at a higher order that your human mind does not understand. And so, as a spiritual interpreter, I've always seen things happen where I was like that. When I was younger, like, oh my God, what is going on? Bite my nails, losing sleep, not eating. And when things actually worked out, I'm like, damn, why was I such in a panic mode? And so, moving back into this, there's a lot that's going on that is changing the dynamic of how we view and interact on this planet. Because when stuff like this happen, everybody sees this. Even the indigenous in places where they don't even give a damn, they don't have what they say, a pot to piss in and want to throw it out of. They are watching this go down and they have to see this happen. So same thing with all this other stuff, like I said, from the lower levels, I was gonna say before I got into um, the event that we're doing this weekend up until Tuesday, is I see a lot of people coming out here. A lot of people claim to be spiritual advisors and inciters and, call themselves Mother Goddess and this and that. And they're always telling y'all, I got some new information from my sources that the president is going to be blah, blah, blah. How the fuck does that matter to the general public? Why the fuck did Keisha, that got 5 baby daddies that she cannot get child support from, why and how is she concerned about what the president is motherfucking doing? Is she gonna sign up and get drafted for the war to help fight it? Like, why does that matter? And then, in a sense of, if you feel like you are, the messenger, my question is, so how do we counteract this? See, fuck the dumb shit. Fuck the dumb shit. Fuck that we're gonna sit here and talk about all day, every day, and they're sending out frequencies and this and that. And I told y'all that Shia LaBeouf was about that life, and I told you Tiana Taylor was gonna be out here sex working these girls and blah blah. Like, how does that matter to us? And what are you gonna give us to counteract that? Are we talking about spells here? Are we talking about you gonna be revealing something? I mean, girl, like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Because what it looks like to me is that you are an NPC and you're a form of distraction. Because now, instead of me focusing on going within and connecting with the higher me, I'm out here looking at your next video that you're about to drop about Tiana Taylor, that you will never be able to sit down and eat with her. Tiana Taylor will not let you sit down and eat at her motherfucker dinner type of bitch. Bitch, you wouldn't have a chance to say hi to her. Because she knows who the fuck you are. Don't think she don't know. Oh! Let's talk about it. So y'all been sitting back here talking about, oh, the celebrities and the D. But why does that matter? Like, unless you're going to be telling us common folk how we're going to be counteracting that, shut the fuck up. And I mean that to the men, the women, the blacks, the whites, whoever. Shut the fuck up. What you should be doing, and I'm not going to be shitting, but what you could be doing if you really want to be of help, is inspiring people, motivating people to be themselves. Because right now, a lot of the problems that we got going on in this world right now is ego. And ego is not who you are. It is a projection. It is something that systematically and or through social constructs you became. So it's something that you are learned. It's a characteristic trait, right? It is some type of personality attachment that you were taught, right? This is not who you are. This is not something that comes from the divine source. And so instead of you out here trying to figure out when, what, how, and why, you're out here focusing on other shit. And that also falls under the victim complex. If you don't know what that is, I encourage you all to study what the victim complex is, because I too once was in that victim mindset. I was 19 or 20 because I sought I sought out help from a therapist and psychiatrist, so I no longer play that role. And that's why, girl, I get headaches and shit when I be, girl, you meet people your same age and you're like, damn, like, but of course you got to go into, well, they're not healed. They're not seeking out healing. They didn't seek out, healing. They didn't understand how you needed the support mentally and spiritually, because that's where your power is at. And that's another thing too. You cannot negate or get over the fact that your spiritual power, because people always ask this, where is my spiritual power at? Where is my spiritual power at? Where is my spiritual power at? What they don't understand is that your spiritual power is in your emotional body and your mental body. If the emotional body is out of whack, if the mental body is out of whack, and I'm not saying, but I am saying, you have no spiritual power. Ain't no motherfucking power. You have the ability to tap into the power, but there's no power because there's a imbalance. There's a disconnection with the emotional and the mental, and that's who you are. Your emotional body, y'all. And I'm telling y'all this from, I'm being real with y'all. When I get to know people, I'm always checking their temperature. And I don't check their temperature through rage baiting. I don't check your temperature through getting you excited and stuff. I listen to the drama that you put yourself in. And how you react in that drama, I know this person is not mentally or emotionally mature. And this is why spiritually they cannot get what they need to get. This is why they rely on the mundane. They rely on the TikToks and the YouTubes and other people to inspire them. They have no connection with the Holy Spirit. Because see, I tell y'all, when I need help, when I need incitement, when I need some type of information, I go within because I know that the energy that is within me, which is also within you all, that has a soul, knows all this. And so that's what I do. Can no man or woman help me? They're going to do nothing but incite and make me more fearful. They're going to increase my anxiety, which, by the way, y'all clinically diagnosed with anxiety, girl, and I've not had an anxiety attack in almost a year and a half. Can we talk about it? Hello? Almost a year and a half. Can we talk about it? Or is that a little too deep for y'all? Oh, no meds, by the way. I don't take any type of psychoactive medication. Hello? Can we talk about it? And so with that being said, I look at people and how they interact. And it's okay to get rejected. It's okay to be not liked. It's okay for people to have an opinion about you. You know, you're ugly. You're not this. You're fat. You're nasty. My feelings are not hurt because you had an opinion about me. I don't care. What would make me upset is if you had a feeling about me and you tried to make me care about what you said. You had an opinion about my looks and you wanted, like, you really are trying to get me to really make myself say, yeah, I am an ugly bitch. Like, what? Like, that's what will piss me off. I don't care if you like me anymore sexually. I don't care if you want to be my friend anymore. I don't care about that. Because friends come and go, men come and go, people come and go, and eventually you're going to come and go. So all this shit ain't going to matter. So I look at the people that try to get back at people, and that right there, that turns me all the way off. I've been in situations, I want y'all to understand this from a deeper perception. I've been lied to, and that's surface level. I've been lied to, I've been tricked. Surface level. I've been stood up. I remember I was dating a guy who came when I lived in Northern California. He moved all the way from LA to be up there with me. And we talked about my height and everything. We hung out. We talked and all this stuff, y'all. We went out to dinner and all that. And he literally was like, you know what? You know, I like you. I think you're beautiful. You're amazing, but you're too tall for me. Now, mind y'all, I'm 5'9" and a half. I'm almost 5'10". I just say I'm 5'10", right? And this man was like 5'6", 5'7". But in his machismo, in his masculine energy, he could not take the fact that someone like his woman would be taller than him. And he said, I don't date women taller than me. But you also never dated a trans woman. So these are two different experiences for you, and you knew my height because we talked about it. I've seen pictures of you full body and everything, and I told you I loved wearing heels. So that happened, and of course, y'all, my feelings just hurt for a little bit. I let it matter for like a day. I was like, girl, short man, short wallet, short shit, girl. He moving from LA to Stockton to move in with roommates, girl. Short man, short dick, short money. Okay, but hello, sorry, not sorry, but at a deeper level, I've been set up. At a deeper level, I've almost been taken off this earth multiple times, by the way. Multiple times. And that type of betrayal, that type of trickery, Baby, for the general public, that's traumatizing. For the general public, that's, oh my God, I'm not doing this anymore. But you see now, y'all, I'm not in that state. I'm not in the state of being in fear. I'm not in the state of, oh my God, am I happening? And oh my God, this now, oh fuck these people. No. Even at my young age, because this has not happened past 26. I knew I should have educated myself, which I did, on how to protect myself. See, a predator knows how to find his prey. A predator knows how to uncover his prey or its prey. So even stepping outside of anybody's situation, even if you feel like somebody purposely found you to trick you, betray you, scam you, cheat on you, you have to think about something about you opened up to make this man use and abuse you, or this woman use and abuse, whoever, whatever the situation is. It allowed this person to use and abuse you. Now, if you put yourself back into the situation, and this is something like you met somebody and you did not have a discussion. This is why we court people, which a lot of people don't do. And I mentioned about this over and over in the past few years, that we don't court people. We don't court friendships. We don't court relationships. We don't court business partners. We just hire people, and when they fuck us over, we're upset at them. When we date a man and a man act like he wanted something, and when we realize he didn't want it and now he's just at the picture, we blame the man. When we meet friends and we find out this friend was a user, she was a cheater, she was a hoe, she wanted to sleep with your man, whatever, she stole money from you. Once again, you didn't court this person. You did not hang out with them enough to understand who and what they are as an energy. Because we get so caught up in the big dicks, we get so caught up in the wet pussies, we get so caught up in the attractiveness, we get so caught up in the good way, the way they speak, the way they talk, the way they walk. We get so caught up in that. And that's how Ted Bundy got people. That's how Jeffrey Dahmer got his motherfucking victims. So instead of people sitting back here worrying about getting laid, instead of people sitting there worrying about who's gonna be their friend, instead of people worrying about who's gonna be their man or their woman, learn people. Learn personality types. Learn frequencies to protect you. But going back into the example, what I said, as a victim complex person, someone with the victim mentality, and they actually call them victimies, by the way. Victimies, isn't that amazing? Victimies. I love Vietnamese people, y'all. Just because you don't know, I learned some Vietnamese, y'all. Yes, I did. Hello, y'all. That was 2 years ago. That was my goal for me for 2 years ago. And I'm a proficient reader of Vietnamese. I'm a moderate speaker. Okay. Yes, honey. Hello. How y'all doing, girl? Yes, honey. So, bitch, what? Hello. And so either way, girl, they say victimese. I'm like, girl, word. But victimese or victim complex people, they will always try to blame other people versus take accountability. And that goes on the lines of a lot of stuff, not just relationship, business. It goes to everything. We have to step back and say, how did I contribute to this? How did I contribute to this? What was my doing in this? Because everything that you are and everything you will become and all the things you will be experiencing is because of you. And don't you forget that. Don't you fucking forget that. It's something either in your excellence or lack thereof that's going to attract and trigger experiences into your life. See, we talk about positive manifestation. Oh, I attracted this money. I attracted these friendships. I attracted this new house, this new car. I attracted myself to a trip to Brazil. Right? But when it comes to the bad shit, it's, oh, the devil must be trying to fuck with me. Oh, the devil must be trying to get me together. Oh, this is demonic. Oh, the devil's getting me, y'all. It's nothing but the devil. It's the devil. Wait a minute, baby. So you taking credit when it's good, but you want to push the credit off when it's bad. You want to say it's you when it's good, but you want to say it's the devil when it's bad? That's not how it works, baby. I carry myself a certain way, you guys, for a particular reason. As I mentioned with people before, I relocated from Northern California to start my life over, to, get a new chapter, to elevate, and I have. There's been a lot of things I've stopped doing in the past 5 years, and there's good things I have, good habits I've created. but I started changing the way I, would present myself in public and dressing and talking. And some people saw it as being boring. Some people saw it as being like a soccer mom. Some people saw it as being this and being that. But I saw it as being regal and being poised. And of course, it was that. It attracted those experiences. But I also learned about myself. I learned about goddess energy and goddess frequency and how the divine mother works. And so even going into 2016, 2017 is when I really started studying this energy. And I started learning how to attract. I started understanding the energy of being meek and being docile. Because, see, you could be dominant as well, because I'm a very dominant femme woman. Can we talk about it? I'm a domineering femme woman, and that's not going to change. But I understand that when you're presenting yourself in the general public as a woman, as a divine feminine energy, you shut the fuck up and you gracefully walk into the energy. I learned that you mind your business, and now people want to be in your business, so they want you to be in a business. Y'all don't know how many times y'all done been out in public, and we can do videos if y'all need to. Well, I'm minding my business. I have my music on, zoned out. I'm a music lover. All types of music, K-pop, V-pop. Hello. Uh, Pinoy pop, okay? R&B, country, love it all. And I'm minding my business, and people are just like waving me down and shit, and hello, how you doing? And I'm just like, baby, yeah, what? Like, first and foremost, babe, I'm listening to. Oh, I'm my bad. Like, girl, 2 days ago, I'm sitting there just like walking in. I'm like, oh, I gotta get me some quinoa. I have to get me some. It was some spicy teriyaki sauce from a marinated chicken. And girl, this lady, this I don't know what. I'm like, girl, I almost want to cuss her out. And I'm not even gonna lie to you. I almost want to cuss her out because it was like I'm looking for my shit and I'm just seeing her in the corner and just like, oh hey, I want to know, did you want to try the French bread or something? No, I didn't. Okay. And then are you fine everything? Like, ma'am, hello? The fuck is going on? So I said, girl, I don't give a fuck. She said, I'm just going to ignore her. And of course she was. And the guy was like, yeah, she said that you wanted her to cut you some of those cheeses. No, I didn't. She got me mixed up with somebody else. Is there another black bitch here? Because I didn't ask her to cut me no damn chicken or no damn cheese or none of that, girl. I came in and I'm minding my business. And girl, mama she wants this energy, babe. And she's not getting it. Bitch, the fuck? So it kind of irritated the hell out of me. But that's what happened, girl. You go in, you zone out, you just, you do your thing. And hey, what are you listening to? Oh, yeah. You like Bon Jovi? Oh, my God, me too. Like, girl, excuse me, hon. Uh-uh. Girl, this is not Christian Mingles, girl. I'm sorry, babe. I'm not here for that, girl. Sorry, hon. Okay? I'm not getting caught up in no shit here. But either way, that's what I learned. Is that you come in and you leave just enough to be you're mysterious as a feminine energy. This is why they allow men to take off their clothes, their tops, and women can't. People are like, what's the difference? The areola is the areola, and this and that is this and that. Yeah, but see, divine feminine energy she's a covering type of energy. Because you gotta feel her frequency. When a divine feminine walks in, a ultra divine feminine being walks in, because it's not about the hair, it's not about the makeup, it's not about the clothes. It's about the energy. When the ultra divine feminine energy walks into a room, people watch the energy in the room change. Watch the energy in the room change. When a divine, ultra divine feminine energy walks into a room, this divine ultra feminine energy can have on a head wrap, some sweatpants with a bleached out blue shirt with bleach stains on it. You're gonna be like, what? Who the hell is this bitch? Why everybody looking at her? Why everybody trying to talk to her? It's ultra divine energy. Ultra divine feminine energy. And so I learned that, and I've tested myself out throughout the years where I was like, girl, I'm not going to put my makeup on. I'm not going to wear my lashes. I'm going to go out. I'm even going to cover up my face with a mask. I'm going to go out with my wig, and I'm not even going to comb it. I'm going to shake it up and throw it on my hair. Yes, it's human hair, so that's all that matters. Bitch, let me go out fully covered. Let me wear maxi dresses and shit, girl. Let me wear the same ones and see what happened. And I learned that it still got people's attention. Even once I left out, got in my vehicle, people still approached and was like, hey, are you from here? Something about you is different. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, you're different. And I'm thinking, oh, well, maybe they're clocking the T. And no, honey, they're like, yeah, your energy is really nice. And y'all, these are people that you don't even have energy. I told y'all there's two people I met last year. An older woman, got her number. We went to coffee a couple of times last year. I should actually text her if she want to do coffee again this year. I met her at a grocery store, y'all. Older lady. And she's like, I love your energy. I need more people like you around me. And y'all, I didn't say shit to her at all. I was like, okay. And then the guy, girl, big ass Raptor Ford truck, country white guy. And I was like, are you from here? And he's like, no, I'm not. But he said, something about you just caught my eye. I don't know if it's your silky brown skin. I don't know if it's your curly blonde hair. I don't know if it's your big boobs. And he's like, I got to be honest. And of course, I was like, what do you do? He's like, construction. I own my own this and that, blah, solar panel and all that. And of course, we exchanged numbers and I have his email. So that is a business contact. And so I'm just saying all this to say, honey, that girl, the energy that you put out is the energy you get back. If you get off easily, if you put out easily, you put out that you're just down to just fucking, that's it, girl, that's all you're gonna get. And they're gonna act like, because they're gonna say, this bitch is kind of giving me mixed emotions. Because I used to do the same thing. I used to go out with lingerie on, with jeans, a lingerie top. I used to wear a mini skirt with heels. My best friend could tell y'all, girl, I used to go out with my hair done all the time, makeup, girl. We go into the grocery shop, we'll be like, oh my God, let me put on my makeup, girl. Put on all my makeup, my lashes, curl my hair up and all that. I did all that. But it was attracting the easy, sneezy motherfuckers. Talk about, we go in the bathroom right now. Like, what? What made you think I'm a hoe? I'm not. Girl. What made you think that? Or hey, can I just do this and do that to you? No. Okay. So I learned that, baby. I want to attract the bosses. I want to attract the higher up ones. I want to attract the honest ones, and I do attract them because I present as an honest person. I don't give like, girl, I'm here to fucking scam and scheme, and that's another thing too. In modern day society, it is looked upon that certain people that dress a certain way, act a certain way, are up to no good. If you want to establish trust and you want to attract the ones who trust you or you can trust, you have to present yourself in a trustworthy way. And a trustworthy way is carrying yourself with dignity. That's not coming out in pajamas and a bonnet. That's not coming out looking crusty and crispy. Because people will be like, well, the Middle Easterns wear their headdress. What's the difference? Yeah, but they still be looking dressed up and they really be dressed to nice. They really be smelling clean and looking clean. Okay? Coming out with a bonnet on and pajamas on, girl, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it makes us think that you didn't take no motherfucking bath. You don't wash your fucking ass. Hello? Can we talk? So I'm just saying, we need to get it together. We need to get out of the victim complex mentality. We need to step into who we are. We're all claiming to be gods and goddesses. I'm not calling nobody who wear bonnets and PJs all day a goddess. I'm not doing it. I'm not calling nobody who want to dress like a $2 hoe a goddess. I'm not doing it. I'm not calling nobody look like they like to steal out of Kroger's and Walgreens and CVS a motherfucking goddess. I'm not doing it. I'm not calling nobody who don't know how to pick and choose the dick that gets up beside her. No fucking goddess, man. Just like I'm not calling no smugly wuggly white tee with dirty draws nigga a king or a god. Just like I'm not calling no person that have to find fulfillment in 20 women a god or a king. Just like I'm not out here calling a motherfucker that want to hit on everything. Hey, yo, you look good. Everything that's walking and stalking. Hey, you look good. Hey, can I get your number? Girl, you don't know what this bitch is. You don't know what she got. You don't know she got chlamydia, gonorrhea, trichomonas. You don't know what she got. And you trying to dick her down. The fuck? And you want me to call you a king or a god because of what? That's not how I get down. I don't get down like that. Baby, trust is earned, titles are earned. If you are trying to convince me that you're not a B, I need to see it. If you're going to try to convince me that you're not an F or an N, I need to see it. Because, bitch, you give me to everybody else's vibe like that. So it's like, girl, you upset because they called you that and now you have to reevaluate who you are? Or you really upset and offended because they're calling you something at your team? And going into that, y'all, that's another thing too, y'all. Where I'm just so disturbed by it. It just perturbs my spirit. It just perturbs me. I'm just, ooh, perturbia, honey. Not disturbia, perturbia. I'm so perturbed right now. I was watching something the other day, and this has to be the most crock of shit that I've ever heard. And excuse me, y'all, and I don't care. I'm gonna call it how I call it. Because I grew up hearing this word a lot. And this irritated the hell out of me because I'm like, what I don't understand is, I mean, this goes both ways. I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it the way I'm going to say it, and that's it. The N word. Some guy was educating a non-ambiguous guy that I know on a social media platform. I'm actually, anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But he was educating this girl because he kept saying the N word. And this Russian girl was like, hey, that word is cringy. I don't want to hear that word. And he's like, what? Oh, my bad. And he's like, yeah, well, I'm black, so I can use the word. And she's like, yeah, but whether you're black or white, you shouldn't use it. And he's like, oh, let me educate you on something then. See, for us black folks over here in America, we take the words and we empower ourselves with them. Oh my God, girl. I've never walked into an establishment where there were successful black folks and they had nigga on their ID badge. I've never went into a bank or seen someone's bank account who was a successful black person and it says 000 nigga, 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 nigga. Never seen it. I said, girl, this is why I'm like, girl, there has to be some type of, girl, like something going on. Because it's only the ones that seem to have some type of money, or no, we're going to say impoverished mindset that say shit like that. See, if you use the word nigga in a wig to offend me and make me feel some way because you initially started using that word, and that word has power because you gave it power. Your intention behind that word was never pure. If I start using that word for myself to identify myself, I now become powerless. You cannot give back power where power was taken from. And this is where y'all got it fucked up at. And so for me, when I saw that, I clicked the fuck out and I would let him know around me respectfully, because now you explain to why you like that word. I don't want to hear that word. And if you use that word, baby, I'm just going to kindly, politely just not talk to you. Because, baby, if you can call another black person a word, a white person can call you that too. Oh, no, they can't. No, the fuck they can. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. If you can call, that's what I say, I'm not offended by anything. The F word, the nigga in the wig, the transvestite. This is really a man. I'm not offended by that because other trans people call each other that. When you read somebody down, you're a brick. You're a cross-dresser. That's what trainers do when they read each other down. Go look up some reading sessions between other transgender people. So I'm not offended that Donald Trump calls me a transvestite or nigga in a wig or any of that. I'm not upset by it because his intention behind it ain't pure and your intention behind it ain't pure. So we're not going to sit here and play like the nigga word is the same fucking thing. Oh, that's empowerment. No, it's not. Negro is empowerment. You look up a lot of the old civil rights movement leaders and even the ones that look racially ambiguous. When they met the leaders like Malcolm X and they met the leaders like Martin Luther King, they're called a Negro. He didn't say nigga. So y'all got it twisted up and y'all confused, and that's a spellbinding word. And then y'all sit and talk about some bitch to your friends. Oh, she my bitch, I'm a bad bitch. But the minute a man call you to be, oh, honey, no, a man, he called me a bitch. I can't deal with that. You call, like, girl, make it make sense. Are you outraged or you're not outraged? Because, baby, it's clear across the board for me. I don't use words that I don't like. I don't say nigga, please. When I'm talking amongst my friends and my people, we don't use certain words. So with that being said, if I'm trying to empower my black sister or my black friend, my black whatever, I'm not saying nigga. What's up, my nigga? The fuck? That's not empowering, girl. And the slave masters got y'all. So colonization got y'all so fucked up that they got y'all so wrapped up in their spells that y'all think y'all freed. And when a bitch like me speak about it, oh, she's self-hating. Oh, she don't like herself. Oh no, bitch, you got it twisted. I just looked through the bullshit. If I'm offended that a white man is gonna call me an N-word, I'm offended that you as a black person called me the N-word. I'm offended all the way around, baby. If I'm upset that a straight person called me a faggot or called me a nigga in a wig or called me a transvestite or whatever the hell, nigga that's still a man, I'm not offended because you as another trans LGBT person also said the same thing. Oh, that's a man. That's a brick. Oh, she look hard. So why am I really upset here? And that's why I keep saying, like, I'm not delusional. I'm not in that victim mentality. I'm not in that victim complex where I'm like, oh, I can say it, but they can't say it. Or, oh, why am I so bothered that a straight Christian called me a nigga? Or a straight Christian called me a fag? Why am I so offended? Like, what else are they going to call you? I'm confused. Because you call yourself that, or you call your friends that when y'all fight. Oh, you nothing but a fag. Girl, what? And like, so I've had reading sessions with other girls, other trans women. Girl, that's the first thing to come out their mind. Same thing with the lesbians, girl. And that'd be another thing too, girl. Let me call the lesbians the D word, all that stuff. Girl. But when a troll girl, they called me out my name, and I'm getting it for discrimination. But why though? Because you use it. What's good for the goose, good for the gander. See, you're a hypocrite. We're gonna call it hypocrisy syndrome. You're a hypocrite and you're insecure with yourself. Cause can't no man or woman tell me about me that I don't know about me that's gonna make feel any type of way about me. Can we talk about it? I see myself naked. I know what I am. I know what I'm not. So you don't have to tell me who I am and I feel, oh my God, they just came for me. Who cares? Girl, their mama came for them. And that'd be another true gag too, girl. While they out here reading you down, their mom and daddy came for them because they'd be the ones that be having issues for the mama and daddy that want to come out and project shit onto you. It'd be the ones that want to say nigga, 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 nigga. That'd be where their family held them to higher standards and said, you better not be no slummy ass, bummy ass bitch. Or they called them a hoe. So they felt some type of way. And they said, well, I can't really call this person a hoe because I don't know, but I can see that they're Mexican, so I can call them this. I can see that they're black, so I can call them this. I can see that they're gay, so I call them. That's what I said, baby. I learned that psychology, baby. You can't get me. You're not gonna rage bait me or make me upset because you're calling me a man or whatever. That's not offensive to me. Because the same way you're saying that, I was getting paid to be that. That's what you gag about. You've never been trained to be who the fuck you are. Whether you're a man calling me that or you're a woman calling me that. You've never been paid to be a man. You've never been paid to be a woman. Hello? Some of you have, but you're not out here calling the tea and calling the spade a spade. But see, why you out here calling me a nigga in a wig, niggas sought out that. Niggas booked me trips to Florida for that. Hello? Hello? Niggas bought me labels for that. Niggas paid my bills for years for that. So I will never be offended by that, baby. Because one thing's for what they say, one thing for sure, two things for certain. A bitch have always been in a house with a roof over her motherfucking head. Hello? There's no stories of me living in a hotel. There's no stories of me living in a house or living in a homeless shelter, living on the streets. And that's not a cutting on anybody. I'm just saying. So I would take my man in the wig. I would take my nigga bitch energy. I would take that girl and continue to do what it is that I do. Hello? While you over there being who the hell you are, and all you got left for was a baby and an STD. And some of you got incurable shit. So, girl, we are not the same, and I'm not offended. Trust when I tell you that. I'm not offended at all. And especially if you're talking about me being single and you in a relationship, but you technically act like you're single. Because your husband don't want to dick you down, your husband don't want to be around you, your husband don't want to be seen with you really, for clickbait, clout bait, yes. And I be feel like some of these situations should be a beard, but that ain't my business. You want to pretend like you into a man, that's your business, honey. And I'm not calling nobody out, but I'm just like, girl, I have a good, strong LGBT gaydar. I know lesbians when I see one. I know bisexual when I see them. I know transgenders when I see them. I know transsexual when I see them. I know gay boys when I see them. I know all that. All that, girl. I don't care if you could be a lipstick stud. You could be a girl. Listen, I'm looking right at it like, damn, they're not just masculine women. These are literally carpet fluffers. These are carpet fluffers acting like they're not carpet fluffers. Talk about, and I dated a gay man. Yeah, typically gay men are attracted to women that look like they like women. I think that's like a psychological thing. Typically, gay men are attracted to women that like women. So yeah, of course you're gonna date a gay man if he knows that he thinks, oh, this is a lesbian playing in my face. Of course, girl, it is what it is. Okay, let me see if there's any comments in here. DNA mindset matters. I know that's right. Hey, DNA mindset, thank you so much. Hey, Hather Two Skies. Yes, honey. Hello, Lachey Thorn Green. Hi, Mystic and everyone. Thank you for always telling your truth and sharing stories that we can relate to. I can't stay alone, but what little that I watch, I was great hearing of the truth of our ours. Thank you so much, honey. I know that's typo, honey, so you're really in a rush. Thanks so much for coming in here and stopping by here, Lachey. Thank you so much, honey. Listen, y'all. I need to go, y'all. It's starting to get a little warm right now. I don't know if it's because I'm doing all this talking and the spirit is moving in me. But I just want to take out this right now. Stop being distracted, y'all. Do I need to make a video every 2 hours so they could put me in an algorithm to where when you start looking up shit in panic mode that I'm saying, wake up! Your daughter's at home! Okay, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. But I'll say, hey, babies, can we reflect today? How many times have you reflected today? Reflecting is stepping back. If you're currently going through any type of issues, stepping out of that situation is by stepping back and not thinking about it. And then you start reevaluating. Don't get emotionally attached to the feelings that you may feel thinking about it, but say, what did I do to contribute to this situation? How was I a part of this equation? And then what am I going to do to create the solution? Because a lot of us, we're stuck in this victim complex. And God, I'm going to tell you this right now. Staying in a victim mentality will keep you in a victim mentality. This is why a certain group of people have yet to elevate it. Do you not know the history of the Japanese in America? Do you not know the history of the Chinese in America? Do you not know the history of the Cambodian and the Laotian people in America? And yet, for that matter, the Hmong people in America. Do y'all not know these people's stories? Do you not know even the Vietnamese? Do you have the Viets? Do you not know what these people have endured? But they don't come out here and they don't wear it. And this is in our lifetime, by the way, that they've experienced this. They're not hearing stories about what could have happened. We're living in the same lifetime as them. They come here, they put a smile on their motherfucking face, and they are still here to be of service to people or be good people. A lot of other groups of people, they're not going to have that same longevity. They're not going to have that same prosperity, that abundance, because they're too caught up in ego. And ego-fed energy doesn't lead you nowhere. You're too proud to be who you are. You're too proud to ask for reconciliation. You're too proud to say, I forgive. Because, see, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Vengeance is not yours. If people have really done things in this life, and what I mean by that too, by the way, because when you do spiritual work, you're stepping out and you're letting God do what God does best. Hello! So you can't take the credit for anything magically that manifests. You can give the credit to God, be the glory. You give credit to the higher source, something that is outside of yourself. So you don't do the counter work. You don't do the work, the herb blending and crunching and mortaring and pestering. You don't do that because you are able to take this and put it out there. The energies and the spirits that are aligned with you are able to do that. And that's the same thing with that. You're not asking for a reconciliation because you want to let people know that you've laid down and died. Because literally, honestly, the way that you're acting, you're showing the people that you've let bygones be bygones. They think you're a dog with no bite. They see y'all barking and shit, but they say, hey, they're not biting. The sundown towns are still out. All the gangsters, all the Bloods and the Crips that be shooting up the neighborhoods and shit, they can't go to the sundown towns and check on those people and say, what's going on, bro? All the people out there in Memphis, Tennessee, and some parts of Atlanta, where the KKK, Indianapolis, where the KKK is out there, girl, y'all not checking on these folks? Y'all not walking up in there saying, what's up? Let's talk about it. And so these realities are there because of the victim complex. These realities are there because of the impoverished mindset. These energies are because of me, poor me, poor me, poor me. And when you start feeling sorry for yourself, self pity takes over. Going into a situation, because I'm going to speak about my own, not anyone else's, even though there is a similarity, there is a parallel universe with this. And as I said, a lot of our friendships are connected through experience, not that we like the same things. Um, but I've dated people online and in person. And I went into situations sometimes clarifying what I wanted and what I needed. But sometimes I've stated it once, I didn't keep reiterating it. And then, down the line in a relationship, I just get ghosted and I feel some type of way about it. And I'm like, oh my God, what happened? So I start thinking, maybe I wasn't woman enough for this man. I start feeling some type of way, right? I would feel some way. But I started looking at the pattern. And I learned that in math, we learned about the domination. We learned about what is the common denominator, right? We learned this in math, and a lot of us we claim to be good at math, but yet we don't know how to subtract, divide, or we don't know the root number to a fuck ass thing when it comes to ourselves. Hello. And so I started paying attention to it. Like, wait a minute, it is me, and not me in the sense of I am giving them what they're not wanting. But me in the sense of I see the signs before they actually happen. But I said, well, maybe once he come and try my cooking, he's gonna change his mind. Maybe once he come and get some of this, gawk, it's gonna change his mind. Maybe if we take a bath together, a romantic experience, he's gonna say, you know what? I never knew that people like this could be so romantic. Let me date this person, honey. And this goes on two sides. That never happened. So what I should have done, and of course, y'all, I was very vengeful. I had one experience, and it almost got me taking the fuck up out of here. The man did the shit after I done prepared dinner and everything, and I guess I was moving too fast, and I told him I was going to expose him. And honey, they were torturing me for almost 2 damn weeks. This motherfucker would come by my house and he would say, hey, when your two roommates leave out, we're going to get up in there, we're going to get you together, you're going to be one dead trainer. Like, girl, they were torturing me. And of course, people are going to say, well, you should have called the police, because even one of my friends was telling me that at that time. And I said, but I'm going to call the police and say, yeah, I was talking to this guy and I threatened, because I thought it was illegal to expose people. I mean, I think to a degree it is illegal, but I thought it was illegal to like expose somebody for being whatever, trans attracted or whatever. I thought it was illegal. So I was like, I'm not going to call the police and tell the police that this motherfucker is harassing me because I threatened to expose him. Like, this is a business owner. This is a man that was married, right? This is a man that had children. So I was not, I mean, girl, so whatever. And so moving on, I realized that I was the common denominator, and there were series of these people. And that's how I tell people, and this is no disrespect to anybody out there, we have to grow up. And my growing up was after 27, I told myself I wasn't going to tolerate certain things, because your frontal lobes are fully developed around 27 years old. I think men, it could be like 32. Men develop a little slower than women, and there's no cutting on that. And if it's 32, it means it might even be pushed up to 35. But women, it's about 27, 25 to 27. And so either way, I started realizing that I was settling for married men. I started realizing I wasn't vetting or saying, this is what I want in a man, I'm only going to stick to this. I was kind of being desperate for the affection and the love and the validation. I was kind of being thirsty for that. I was kind of being, a needy, clingy individual. Like, I needed you to tell me. I needed you to tell me that I was the baddest thing that you wanted and there's nobody better than me. Like, I needed that. And so when I started recognizing that I am a part of the problem, y'all, I've not wrote a book about these guys. I've not come out and dropped any names. I got pictures of me with some of these guys. I've never exposed these pictures. And they're saved up. They're locked up, baby. Hello? Because you never know. But I have not done these things because I'm like, as me not being the victimizer, me not being somebody who want to choose the victim role, I'm not gonna sit out here and like read you the fuck down because you made me feel some type of way. If I had the opportunity to let you have it and you did not give me the opportunity, I let it go and let it be with God. But that whole idea about, and of course, going into being a woman energy, and it's just my honest opinion about it, I think that masculinity, manly energy, has to prove a point. As a woman, you don't have to prove a point. As a feminine energy, somebody who's in touch with the feminine side, because let me not say man or woman, because of course that's not the case, because there are men that are very heterosexual that are in touch with their feminine energy, and this is why they don't lie. They're very open, honest, direct. See, indirectness, being filled with lies, tricking people, that's masculinity. That's divine masculine energy. Divine masculine energy feel like the only way that he gets something is through manipulation. The only way that he can convince someone or something how to be or do whatever, he has to trick them. Divine feminine energy knows that, baby, I'm going to attract by me just being me. And I'm also going to attract by me being honest and being real and being direct. Everybody ain't going to like that because a lot of people are trauma based. But the ones who matter are going to like it. The ones who are going to be great assets to me and I'm going to be to them, they are going to love that I'm so direct. And so with that, like I said, when you are, direct and you're just like, hey, I want to be honest with you about something. I'm starting to catch feelings for you. Is it the same? It allowed them to say yay or nay, and then you know how to push forward. But when your tactics are manipulative, when your tactics are, well, they may feel some type of way, now I gotta expose them for liking me, now I have to get them back and set them up, that's not a good look. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. Because even going into the whole trans experience and a woman experience, and of course, I'm not victim shaming or victim blaming, because it makes me question a lot of things that people say prior to you knowing them, because you see how they are as you know them. And prior to them, you're like, well, maybe you were like this before, and that's really what happened, and you're not saying that part. But whatever, and this is what everybody at me. I'm like, Something that I learned with the feminine energy, because women has done this, women do this as well, cisgender women, but also trans women do this, and also some feminine gay males have done this as well. Well, they'll try to make the man feel bad. Like if you look up right now, y'all, and so I'm not making this up. There are trans women out there right now that has exposed celebrities and either has been taken out or you have not heard from them again. And it's because they were threatened that if you come out and do another thing, bitch, we coming for you. This is retaliation. So a lot of LGBT people, a lot of women, cisgender women, they are taken out. They go missing. They are taken off of this planet because they are playing motherfucking games with men. Instead of knowing that this man don't want you, sis, this man is not interested in you, and he don't owe you a fuck ass thing. Who owe you is your parents. Who owe you is your best friends. Who owe you is the people that has got it with you in the mud and in the blood. Randoms don't owe you a fuck ass thing. A person who has no connections, no tie, no loyalty to you, don't owe you shit. And to even put it in perspective, a man who is married but still want to play with you on the side has no loyalty or respect for himself or his wife. And that's the bottom line. So you cannot expect much out of that experience. And the same thing for a man who may be single now, but he will say he had an issue with his wife and he had to get custody and shit. That tells you, because that's everybody's story, by the way. That's trans attracted, by the way. These are the two examples. Either he's married and he needs a side piece, or he's married and he's going through divorce and you're like kind of like rebound energy, or he's single and he just got out of marriage and he's like trying to get custody of his kids, or he got custody of his kids. Those are always the scenarios. But that tells you right there, like, this person is not a loyal ass person. Because there's always two sides to a story. Maybe this man was a cheater. But even then, you can't blame him or fault them because you were too dumb or too blind to see that in them. You were too dumb and too blind to look at your past experiences and say, I dealt with this before. You can't blame people for your experiences. And that's what I encourage everybody to get out. Me telling all these stories and get into that. Stop blaming people for your lack thereof. Mom and daddy didn't care 30, 50, 40 years ago. Move on. Baby daddy left you to take care of your kids 7 years ago. Move on. The man nutted a couple of times and left you. Move on. Because in reality, it goes back into you. You don't have enough self love. You don't have enough self admiration. You don't have enough self dignity. And this is where it goes through for all of your experiences. You did not get beat up. You did not get cursed out. You did not get ran over by a car because I was just this nice ass innocent person minding my business. No. You were thirsty and needed for that validation. And a demon cannot give you that. If you are of a higher vibrational source, a demon cannot validate you. And that's the thing too, where I'm willing to stand on and say that the only validation you truly can get is from the Most High. And that's whether you believe in God or not. The only true validation you can get from yourself or from anybody is really the internal energy. We're too busy trying to get mom and dad to say we love us. They love us. We're too busy trying to get our friends and family to support us. We're so much entangled in validity from men who just want to fuck us that we don't look at ourselves and say, I'm a bad bitch. And I don't need nobody to tell me that today because I know I am. I'm this, I'm that. We don't do that. And then when the outside world don't reciprocate what we've given to them, maybe, now we're upset. Oh, I gotta let him have it. I gotta go cuss him out. Hey, I gotta expose him. I gotta make him feel the way I feel. That's trifling as fuck. That's real trifling, to be honest. And that's it. I don't move like that. And even in my younger, days, like I said, I had one experience I did that with, but some people, it just keeps happening over. And I'm just like, baby, if the first time it happened, you didn't learn from it, and the second time it happened, you learned from it, just say this is all on you. And that's okay. Just say, hey, I was in the wrong. Girl, you know what you did. You know what you didn't do. Bro, if you're, a man having an experience, you know what you did. You know what you didn't do. So it's like, for me, we got to take accountability and responsibility for our interactions with other people. Before you can come in my house and get in my bed, you got to earn this, baby. You don't come and see my bed within a week of knowing me. You don't come and see my house within a month of knowing me. You don't know what it's like unless we're having a cook-off. You don't get the intimate side of me that quick. And that's, I think, a lot of people to be getting mixed up. Intimacy with an affection from longevity. Short term from long term. Short term, girl, they want it right here, right now. They hot. Their pants are burning. I can do it. I can bite you. I can eat you off the bone. How you telling us? You don't even know if I'm STD. You don't know if I'm an STI. You don't know if I got this. You don't know if I got that. You don't know what I got going on. You didn't ask me about my man. You didn't ask me if I got a boyfriend. You didn't ask me anything about anything. And you already want me to the bone. Like, why do you want me to the bone so bad? Like, that right there that's a flag. And like I said, everybody tell that to all of us, girl. When a man want to just screw you, he say that, I want you to the bone. So it's like, for me, that's where it's at. Take accountability and responsibility for all of your interactions. You know what, when, why, and how. A man who has respect for you, a man who sees you as the goddess that you are, he's not talking to you like some sleazy ass hoe, because that's hoe sleaze talk. That's sleazy talk. Why you telling me that you want me bad? Pay a bill. There's a new Chanel bag and a Gucci bag that I want. Buy me that bag. Hello. Bitch, bring some food. Hello. Bitch, ask me about a motherfucking light bill. No, that's how I know you really want me. Honey, that's how I want you and you want to fuck me, baby. Girl, the hell? And that's how I be thinking too. I be like, it has to be some shit that be going on with people spiritually. Because it'll be some people that I have dialogues with where they'll be like, men will do anything with anybody and blah, 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 blah. And they'll be saying that for years. That's their mantra. And then they get in a situation and now it's like, and it's like, but wait a minute. But did we have a dialogue before I said a man will fuck anything? So how in your mind a man getting horny for you says that he really want to be with you? Because I'm sure he be over there humping on toilet tissue rolls and shit. No shade. I'm sure he got a sock over there with some lotion. No shade. I'm sure he got a plastic bottle with some jelly on it. The fuck? And you listen, as a goddess, as a being that value myself, as a being that think and know that I'm the shit without saying it to y'all, me knowing it, because knowing you don't have to speak what they say, what is understood don't need to be explained. What I know, I don't have to keep saying it. I'm not letting a motherfucker say that he wants me to say, oh baby, come on over there. That's not me. That's not my get down. Baby, our first meetup, you're inviting me somewhere and you're covering the tab. Our first meetup is maybe you asking me what am I wearing and you sending me money to buy what I'm wearing. That, and baby, we're speaking of experience and we're speaking of things that are happening right now. That's how I know that you're my man. That's how I know that you want me. That's how I know. You like your presents wrapped up in a motherfucking bow. You don't like your presents thrown out of the wrapper next to the trash bin. And there's no shade with that. But that's what it be given. When they just say, I want you, they want to just come over and fuck on you and leave and shit. Like, no, baby, that's not how that's going to work. Baby, you want me? I need you to show it. And how you show it, what matters is electrical bills, savings accounts. Like I said, right now I want to get some, labels, and there's a jewelry that I want that's $3K. That. You see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You want me to the bone. That means you want me to feel good too. The whole idea that maybe I want you and you haven't brought me shit. You don't know if I'm thirsty. You don't know if I'm hungry, and you don't even care. As a man who is a provider. Bitch fly. Go ahead and want somebody else. Go over there and want on the ones that want you. Go ahead and want on the desperate ones, because those are the only ones that's going to fall for that. Respectfully. Go ahead and want on the peasants. The easy fruit. The easy supper, girl. Not the last suppers. The easy suppers. Go ahead. Tell them that. Because that ain't going to work on me. That ain't going to work on me, baby. Like I said, girl, you coming up, and I tell this to people, I say this very respectfully. Culturally, I've dated men, and the ones that outstood everybody else and continue to outstand everybody else are the Middle Easterns and the Indians. Every time I've dated a Middle Eastern or an Indian guy, our first meetup, they brought me something. They brought me a candy bar. They brought me a bottle of wine. They brought me something, a bottle of perfume. A lot of my perfumes I used to collect was given to me from these men. So all I'm saying is, baby, if you're royalty, because you're divine, bitch, only deal with people that's going to treat you as such. And that includes friends too. You don't treat me like I feel, bitch, bye. And that's why I'm so quick and so easy to let people go. It's nothing offensive. It's nothing personal. It's that, girl, I invest in myself. I'm not out here reading and just doing shit, looking up TikTok. Girl, I'm educating myself about myself each and every day. I'm doing things to better myself each and every day. I'm pouring into myself. So I can only be with friends and people closely who also pour into me, and I can pour into them. But that whole idea that I want you because you want to fuck me, yeah. You're going to always have these experiences. You're going to always have experiences where people make you feel some type of way. And of course, you're going to be the child in you, the victim in you, the person who's not healed in you is going to say, I want them to feel my way too. They blocked me. I'm going to find out where they work as I show to their job. That's childish and that's manly. That's what men do. Men got to prove a point, girl. As a man, you block the man, he blow up the phone. He called from another number, girl. He probably showed you us knocking at the door. Hey, baby, what's up? What's going on? I called you, but the phone ain't ringing. He ain't getting the picture. For the woman, she got the picture. He don't, okay, I want to talk to him. Okay, fine. And girl, you're going to be hurt for colors. You're going to keep it pushing. But you're not trying to find out no social media. You're not trying to send him no girl. He already said he's not interested, sis. Let it go. Let it go. Respectfully for you. Let it go. Let it go. That's not going to change his mind. But I want him to, he don't give a fuck clearly, because if he gave a fuck, he would have called you and told you why he's not talking to you. I've had experiences why we disconnected and they explained to me why. They explained to me why. But everybody doesn't have to have no inner. I even say this about personal stuff. There's people that I've dealt with that we had a falling out. And we're talking about, I've known them for years. We had a falling out and we didn't have no last minute words. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I don't have an ego to prove. I don't have to prove that I'm the baddest. I don't got to prove that you fucked with the wrong one. I don't have to prove that. Bitch, you did what you did and I let it go. But that whole ego thing, that whole male masculine driven thing, which is ego, that is not divine feminine, it's you're going to try to prove a point and you're going to go crazy doing that. And sometimes you will lose your life doing that. There's no point to prove. Everybody ain't going to like you. A lot of people are going to be using you. People are scammers and schemers out there. Let it go. Now you know how to share your energy. Now you know who to give your energy to the next time. But the blaming, the victim blaming, and I gotta let these people have it. Like I said, honey, that's for the birds, girl. That's for the birds. And if you're somebody out here that do that, be ready for the wrath. Hello! Be ready for the fucking wrath. Okay? The wrath of the Holy Spirit. Be ready. Because, bitch, you look crazy. Okay? Can I be honest? You look crazy. And if I offended somebody, I apologize that you got offended. I'm not apologizing for what I said. You look crazy. Tom, Dick, and Harry don't want you, and that's okay. Go find another Tom, Dick, and Harry. There's a lot of Tom, Dick, and Harrys out there. That would really be making me think about it, too. That's how we know, like, people that want to, like, a lot of people be giving a facade off, too, honey. That they really the top diggity dog. And a lot of people see through that, too. And then you're like, why can't I get somebody of substance? Yeah, because you're trying to give off the illusion that you're put together, and those who are really there know you're not put together. You look nice, but we know that, girl, you don't see yourself as what you say you do, because if you do, your experiences will show that. I actually consider myself to be of divinity. And so I said, I don't deal with certain people. I don't allow certain people within my spaces. And I don't owe people an explanation of people. But why? Oh, this is just social media. I don't give a fuck about it if it was the congregation of the covenant of Jesus Christ. Bitch. So I don't go to jail? Because, bitch, that's my motherfucking history, girl. Okay? Put my hands on the motherfucker. Hello? Hello? That's the type of family I come from. So to prevent me from losing my shit, bitch, I remove myself out of the situation. The same thing with that. To prevent you from losing your life, you got to think twice about the man you deal with. And where you find them at also represents who you are and what you're looking for. Because you cannot say that you're looking for a husband in a bar. You cannot say you're looking for a lifelong partner at a liquor store. It doesn't work that way. Unless you're a liquor store type of bum. Unless you're a clubber, bubber, dumber, glubber. But if you're not that, you're not going to find it there, baby. Anyway, love and light, you guys. I've been here for an hour and 13 minutes. Time fly by. Hey, come on in here. Yeah, time is flying by, y'all. Let me go, honey. It's an hour. It's an hour and 13, baby. I want to come here for 20 minutes, y'all. And we've been here. Love and light. It was good seeing you, Heather, to Sky, Lachey. And we will be back, y'all. Be looking at that blog spot tonight. For the event, y'all, we're gonna have we're gonna have the free. Of course, I'm gonna put it on here. The free information will be here on Friday. If you are part of the group, I'm gonna do 2 ways of doing it, and we're gonna have a different raffle for both. One of the raffles is gonna be some kind of up there, 30 days of either collaboration on spiritual work and or me actually helping you do something, right? You know, if you're trying to manifest something, I can help you do that. And then, of course, on the lower level, I'm thinking it's going to be a raffle for like either a one-time reading, hour-long reading, or it's going to be a little basket I'm put together for you with like certain things that we have not put out there. Okay, hello. Which I owe somebody this. They were the first ones to get it actually back in the day. Like what, 2 or 3 months ago actually. And I need to send that to them. Um, Rika. Hello! Yeah, honey, Rico don't call and say, girl, you need to send this to me. Shout out to Rico, honey. Um, but yeah, the first level, like I said, it'd be a reading, an hour-long reading, and or it would be a little basket with products that will help you on your spiritual journey. And then the second raffle, which would be the higher information. Like I said, girl, we're gonna be like, girl, video calling every single day for about an hour, talking about things, going over information, y'all, getting into some tea. Let me tell y'all. Okay, and we're probably gonna start this Friday night. I'm saying Thursday to like actually do it because, of course, to get in at the higher level, I'm gonna have it to where you have to sign up by Thursday or you got to sign up by Wednesday because I'm gonna be giving out so much information in there, and I got to get all my notes together. Okay, and then the lower level, like I said, you can jump in at any time you want up until Tuesday. Okay, you're gonna have the free information on YouTube that you can always go to and refer. And then, of course, depending on what level you get in at, you also have deeper information than that. That's gonna be beneficial to all. And like I said, everybody else out here talking about what, when, why, and how, but they're not really showing you how to maneuver through it. Okay, they're just saying this is what you got to do. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's deeper than just that. Saying a prayer. It's deeper than just having the information. And it used to be back in the day, if you knew the information, you could kind of prevent it from happening. Not no more. That's the old system. There's a new system, baby, when 2020 hit. Hello! We're in the New Testament now, babe. It's a new system that hit. And so, unfortunately, they have to, even if you know about it and you speak about it, you got to know how to counteract it. And it's more of you than them. Hello? It's more of you than them. And that's where I'm going to leave it at. And so we're talking about real life results. We're talking about instant gratification results. That's what we're talking about here, babe. We're not talking about months and years down the line. We're talking about people be talking about things, but we're going to move the way we used to. We're going to move the way the Wamami prophets used to move. We're going to move the way the Kadaiko Mados used to move. We're going to move the way the Hather sisters used to move. That's the way we're moving. That's the only pure way to move to, by the way. Other people out here playing chess, bitch, learn how to play checkers, chess, jingles, Connect Four, Jenga, Connect Four, and motherfucking Uno. Please, and if you're nasty, we could throw Monopoly in there too. Okay? Anyway, y'all. Bye for now. Love and light. Good seeing y'all all, honey. God bless y'all, honey. Be good. Be positive to yourself, y'all. Regardless of what's going on in the world, y'all, do not let it affect you mentally and emotionally, honey. Observe and keep it pushing. The news is not your news. That reality is not your reality. Trust when I tell you that. Stand on that, baby. Hello. Be good. Love y'all.